Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. In today's video, I'm going to be recycling this tin container and make it into a planter. Now it's very important because it's going to contain a lot of sharp objects. Please do not let your kids do this DIY. Even under your supervision, I would say please do not let such DIY things to be done by kids, not even by young adults. It's always better to not let your kids be around any sharp objects, because when we are going to cut this tin, it is going to have sharp edges, so it can easily harm young children or kids. They can cut their fingers, so be very careful. Do not use these kind of DIY for kids. This can be done by you in your spare time, but please do not keep this around your kids. Not even under your supervision. Do not let kids use or do such kind of DIY. So this is just a disclaimer that I'm giving well in advance, because it does contain a lot of sharp object, especially the tin. When you tend to cut it tends to turn out really sharp, so you have to be extremely careful. So in this video we are going to do a little bit of DIY. I have 3 succulents now. Because this container is very small, so I'm just going to be using 3 of the succulents. I have the baby fingers, I have Echeveria violet queen, and I have Crassula Thorn's thumb. So these are the 3 succulents that I'm going to be using for this project. I'm going to quickly go ahead and cut this off. Now if you want, you can just sand the paint off. You can do that as well, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm just going to add the succulents, but before that I'm just going to quickly cut the upper portion because it's very long and we need to get rid of this in order to put our succulents. So I'm just going to give it a cut and I'm going to get back to you. So I've gone ahead and cut off the top portion of it. Now this is what I was talking about. This is very sharp, so you have to be extremely careful. What I would suggest is, just to be on the safer side, you can use a tape around it so that you do not cut your finger while working with such arrangements. Any type of tin, any type of metal container, it's always better to be safe because you always have these sharp edges that can give you a cut, so be extremely careful. Now the next important thing what we need to do is make a drain hole, and that is pretty simple. All you need to do is just take a scissor and then just make a little bit of a small little drain hole like this, and that's pretty simple. We have our drain hole ready, and that's all about it. Now we're going to quickly go ahead and fill this with soil, and then we will make this arrangement. So we have added some pebbles at the bottom of this tin. This is it's going to reduce the depth of this tin. Apart from that, it's also going to help us in some drainage. So now that we have completely filled it with soil, we are going to add our first succulent. I'm going to use a tweezer to push this first guy in. So be very careful that you do not touch the edges. Succulent in. And then we have our Echeveria that is also going to sit right next to it. So very soon these will start to grow. Now the reason why I have put this at the back is because it is going to act like a thriller. It will start to grow like a thriller. Now it's a little bit going to move here and there because they have not rooted well, but as and when it starts to root. Now this one tends to grow slightly upwards vertically. This one also will grow vertically, so it's going to give us a little bit space. Probably you can just keep it near the windowsill where it gets a good amount of morning direct sunlight, and all of the succulents prefer a good amount of direct sunlight, so all of these will work really wonderful in this. So it's a very small little, probably you can do just your cuttings and just put them in this and it will look absolutely beautiful. Now again, it completely depends. If you want, you can completely paint your tin with whatever color you like. I'm just going to leave it as it is, and this is a small little video that I wanted to make because I was very keen to make something in a metal container, because a lot of people want to know whether succulents can grow in metal containers. Yes, they can grow in metal containers, but you have to be a little bit careful that you do not expose it to afternoon direct sunlight, otherwise the metal will get heated. Watering remains the same. Now this kind of arrangement is going to last for another year or so, as and when they start to grow, depending on that. if you feel that the Echeveria is growing too much, you can just take it out and add another small little succulent to it. So basically you can make it into like a pup arrangement or a cutting arrangement. As you can see, my Echeveria was not well rooted yet. It was a cutting that had kept it to callus. It had already got callus, so I added to this, and it is going to grow in this, it's going to root in this. So this is how you can work with smaller arrangements. So guys, I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.